Hi, good evening, everybody. Let's take a look at last night's game. All right, guys, I'm not going to clip this out. I'm just going to go over with it briefly with you, and I want to do one more video. I want to have just a talk video with you guys and go over this briefly, so I'll try to keep this just a few minutes. Look, what I seen, this idea of changing up our lines, I didn't like it from the beginning. I didn't like it earlier this year, and I'm not going to like it if we do it next game. I just want to go on the record saying that. Leave the lines alone, let them work their way out of it. If you're going to do that in games, you do it in games, but you don't do it ahead of time. And you don't actually make these announcements ahead of time. There's certain things I haven't agreed with lately, but hey, maybe that's just me. Okay, guys, shots on goal, 29-28. Face-offs, 40% to 60. Our power play again is not looking great, 1 for 5. They were 2 for 3. 17 hits for them, for us, 12 for them. Again, if you're in a game, you're getting killed like this, you should have 45 hits. That's the way I see it. You should be out there dictating the game. I'd like to know how many of these hits were in the third. I didn't even check because we look so flat. We had 10 blocks, they had 19. We only had 5 giveaways though. They had 11. And then, let's just check. I'll go quickly in the shots on goal. 7-5 LA in the first, 11-10 Buffalo in the 7th, 13-11 Sabres in the third. So Sabres outshot them 11-10, then 13-11. But, you know, folks, what I say, just a quick glimpse on this. We in the Calgary game, we're up 2-0 right after the first. We didn't play a very good first, but you knew something's up. We were being outshot, what was 11-3 that period, I believe, in the first period against Calgary. Then the next 2 periods, they outscore us 7-0. Then we go into LA, they outscore us 5-0 in the first 2 periods. So in a 4-period span against 2 on our home ice, 2 on the road, 7-0 and 5-0, 12-0 in 4 periods. That tells me that our brand of hockey, it's only 2 games. I want to say that. This isn't going to continue right through the end of the year. This is not the tank years, guys. It isn't. But I think we've seen glaring weakness in this team strategy for a long time. And you're gonna run into teams gearing for the playoffs, teams angry they lost their last 2 games, you're running into them. Teams on their home ice that are good, that aren't very good teams. You're going to run into all these kind of scenarios. And if you're going to play a type of hockey where you're just not physical, this is going to happen. This will happen again this year. Maybe not the 12-0 thing, no. But we're going to run into some other frustrating scenario. Again, and again. And you know what, guys? I can't think of once all year this has happened. 7-0 and like 12-0 in 4 periods. I don't think this even happened last year. I don't think so. I don't think this has happened since the whole Kruger transfer over to Granado during that losing streak. Maybe it happened then. I don't know. I'd have to really dig to see when's the last time we were outscored in 4 periods, 12-0. I don't have an answer. I could tell you that I don't think it's happened in the last 2 years, just off the top of my head, but I could be wrong. You know, we don't really get murdered in games anymore, so this is new to me. This is like uncharted territory since these kids are together and playing well as an over 500 team. This is uncharted territory, which is 100% normal with a young squad. I hate to say it, but it is. This is normal, so we'll see. Again, they should be able to bounce back now in these 2 games. But what if we go into these next 2 games and lose? If we do, and we have like 8 hits and then 9 hits, and these teams have 25 and 30 or whatever it is, we're going to have to take a good look in the mirror and say, you know, did we like toss this season away because we didn't fix the one glaring issue on this team that I've talked about on this channel since last year? I actually had Sabres fans saying we're a physical team. I've had this on my channel, which annoys the hell out of me. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, you call this a physical squad? Are you kidding me? Like, come on. It's embarrassing how we are physically. These are people, though, that obviously just, want to hear themselves. So No. When it comes down to our physical game, we're non-existent. I don't care if we out-hit them in this game. This is not enough. This 18 hit thing is not enough in a game where you're down 5-0. It's not enough. They should have had, like, in the third period alone, 20 hits just to make a statement. Or at least they won the third going into next game. What worries me, guys, is the next 2 games, we're supposed to win both of them. We're playing Anaheim and the Sharks after that. So we get the Ducks and the Sharks, and we should win both these games. And these are the kind of games that a young squad I could see can go in there and kind of tank them, and then we're lost after. But I don't believe, guys, what we did with changing the lines and stuff, you know. I just don't buy it. I don't buy into it. I don't buy into the panic thing. I don't like it. You know, when you got a team, I can't find it. Do I have it here? I don't care. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It was stupid anyway. They had a post on the first line again. It's like, come on, Granato, stop with that. You know, stop with that. Anyway, we've got to, guys, we got to figure this out amongst ourselves. We can't do this panic thing and start changing what's worked. You don't change what's worked. You let them work through it as a young team and develop through it and see what guts they have. That's what you do in my books. I just don't understand why the panic. You know, there's no point in panicking. Yes, our scoring has went south. Yes, our power play has went south. All of it has. It doesn't mean it won't come back. We've got to let them go through it. Let them figure it out. You know, they'll figure it out. There's pride in that dressing room. There's a brotherhood in our dressing room. Let them figure it out. This is a season where, you know, the best thing Granato could do, he could sit them down, have a team meeting, say, no practice today. I want all you guys just to go hang with each other today. But before you go, I want to tell you one thing, guys. We weren't supposed to make the playoffs this year. We're not supposed to even be where we're really at already this year. You guys have surprised many, and you've made believers out of many. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Don't stress about it. Enjoy it. Because the real stress starts next year. This is what I would say. This is what I would say. You know, I would throw this right at them and let them go home and think about it. But I would say, how much do you guys want to make it this year? Do you guys want to be the first team in modern NHL, in the modern NHL cap era that was the youngest and the lowest paid team in the league make the playoffs? Because I don't think it's ever happened, guys. Has it? I don't think it has. Has the most youngest and least paid team ever made the playoffs in the cap era? I don't think it has. I'm pretty sure it hasn't, off the top of my head. So these are just thoughts I would throw at them. I would throw motivation best I could at them. Any kind of motivation. Not show them panic, where we're going to change up the lines because we trust each other. No. Keep the lines together. Keep the lines together. Because you don't want to start showing them doubt. You know, I don't like that. I don't like the idea of breaking up the lines. I don't like it at all. I don't care if it's for one game. Don't do it. You lose 7-2, the kids are going to watch how you react too as a coach, Granato. They're going to watch how you react also. Not just what they're doing, what you're doing. So it's important, guys, important that we don't panic. It's important that we, as fans, understand that this franchise right now is under a slight turmoil again. We're 0-3-1 our last 4 in a playoff race. We're in it, and the reason we're in it right now is not because of any reason except we have games in hand. So we're not out by any stretch. We're not out. And, you know, if we finish, let's say at the end of the year, guys, we finish something like 4 points to 6 points out of a playoff spot, we better all unite together and say, you know what? That was pretty damn awesome that they did that this year. They showed us there's life in the franchise again, and not be upset because really we're ahead of schedule. I'll say it again. We're ahead of schedule. And this is the price you pay for being ahead of schedule. You have heartbreak all of a sudden, you know. I think we can get right back into this. All we need is a winning streak. And we've done it, guys. It feels like a million times this year where we've hit the depths of despair and bounced right back out of it. So let's see if the boys can do it. Let's see. Let's see what they're capable of. You know, I believe in them. I know many of you believe in them. I don't feel as a fan, I'm much of a fan if I give up when the heat is on. Once the heat is on the team, I'm not the type to give up anyway. So I don't see any reason why now, with all these games left, that the Sabres can't be the talk of the NHL, get into the playoffs, and here we are 3 games to 2 on our home ice, and Boston's facing elimination in Game 6. I don't see why something like that can't happen. I honestly believe that in my heart. I do. So they got to come back strong. They got to win the next 2 games. We got to win the next 2. I said that before the trip. If we're going to lose any game, it's probably going to be that LA game. I knew, yeah, come on, guys. We hammered them 6-0. No kidding, there was revenge in their dressing room. No kidding. But are they a bit of an overrated team? Yeah, they are. Their record's really good, but when you consider they're in a kind of a weak division, kind of, you know, I know there's good teams also, but the bad teams are very bad in their division, so that helps, you know. So that's it. That's just my thoughts on the game, guys. So I don't see any reason why we should panic. I don't see any reason why we should give up. I don't see any reason why the Sabres can't get on a winning streak again. But it's a young squad. Let's forgive them for whatever happens if it's not good, and kind of understand that we're in development here. We're in a development year. This is not a playoff year. This is supposed to be a development year. So whatever good comes out of it, I'm grateful. I'm leaving it there. See you folks in the next one. Have a good one, guys.